What if I told you the secret to landing your next big opportunity isn't more credentials, more hustle, or even more applications? It's how you frame the story of the career you already have. Here's the shift. In the AI era, recruiters aren't just hiring skills, they're hiring stories. Stories that prove you've adapted, stories that show you understand transformation, and stories that make your future as compelling as your past. Happy Transformation Thursday! I'm Imani, your AI career coach. My mission is to help you rise above the noise, stand out above the rest, and thrive in the AI era so you can secure opportunities that align with your goals. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to reframe your career story in a way that makes you irresistible to recruiters, even when AI is the first gatekeeper reading your resume. Not theory, not hype, but an actionable, step-by-step method you can use today to make your background feel fresh, future-proof, and recruiter-ready. Let me tell you why this matters so much right now. Okay, real talk for a second. Recruiters are getting hundreds of applications for a single role. And here's what's wild. AI filters them down to a short list before a human even sees them. And when that happens, resumes start to look the same. Everyone says they have project management experience. Everyone led a team. Everyone boosted results. It's like everyone's using the same template from 2019. But here's the truth nobody's talking about. AI doesn't just look at your words. Recruiters interpret the story those words create. So the edge isn't just having experience, it's showing how your experience is transformational. Think about it like this. A strong career story answers 3 silent questions recruiters never say out loud. Did you evolve when the industry evolved? Did you adapt when technology shifted? And can you take that adaptability into this new role? The moment your story says yes to all 3, you stop sounding like a candidate and start sounding like the solution they're looking for. And honestly, most people are getting ghosted not because they're unqualified. They're getting ghosted because their story sounds exactly like everyone else's. So, how do you actually build that kind of story? Here's the simple structure I teach job seekers to make their story unforgettable. Challenge. What was the old problem you faced? Shift. How did you transform the way things were done? Result. What measurable outcome proved it worked? But that's it. 3 parts. Let me give you an example so you can actually see the difference. Instead of saying, I managed payroll for 200 employees, reframe it into a story. Our payroll process was bogged down with manual spreadsheets, delaying salaries by days. I introduced an AI-powered HR tool, cutting processing time from 3 days to 4 hours. The result? Faster payments and a 12% boost in employee satisfaction scores. Do you hear the difference? The first one is just a duty. The second one is a story of transformation. Recruiters don't just want to know what you did. They want to know how you changed things. And here's what's crazy. This framework works whether you're in tech, healthcare, education, retail, literally anywhere. Because every industry is dealing with change right now. And companies are desperate to hire people who don't just survive change, they lead it. Now, let's talk about how to apply this directly to your resume. Your resume is not a diary of jobs you've had. It's a highlight reel of transformation. And if you're still writing it like a job description, you're making it too easy for AI to skip over you. Here's how you start reframing. First, swap responsibilities for results. Don't just write managed client accounts. Write transformed a declining account into a top revenue generator through AI driven insights, growing billings by 25%. See how much stronger that is? Second, use verbs of change. Words like revamped, modernized, streamlined, automated, and elevated signal transformation. Those words tell the AI and the recruiter that you're someone who makes things better, not just someone who shows up. Third, integrate AI naturally. Even if you're not in tech, chances are you've touched AI tools. ChatGPT for content, Canva AI for design, analytics dashboards, scheduling tools, chatbots to customer service. Don't bury that. Bring it to the front of your story. Here's a fun fact. Resumes that highlight adaptability rank 27% higher in recruiter scoring systems than resumes that only list static skills. Why? Because the future is uncertain. Recruiters bet on adaptability more than expertise. They're not hiring you for what you knew in 2020. They're hiring you for how fast you can learn what's coming in 2026. But your resume isn't the only place this strategy works. Your LinkedIn profile needs the same transformation. LinkedIn is no longer just a digital resume. It's your career magazine cover. Every recruiter who sees your profile is asking one question. Does this person look like the future? And if your headline just says marketing coordinator or project manager, you're basically invisible. Here's how to reframe your LinkedIn presence. First, headline reframing. Don't just say project manager. Say AI savvy project manager, driving digital transformation in healthcare. Or if you're in marketing, content strategist, using AI tools to scale engagement and drive real conversions. You're still saying what you do, but now you're saying how you do it differently. Second, about section reframing. Tell your story using the challenge, shift, result framework. Don't write a boring bio that lists every job you've ever had. Write a 30-second story that shows you solve problems. Third, content reframing. Post insights that prove you're future ready. AI trends in your field. Lessons from projects. Short case studies. You don't need to go viral. You don't even need a ton of likes. Here's a tip most people miss. Recruiters track consistency. It's not about going viral. It's about showing up week after week, proving you're someone who evolves. One post a week that shows you're paying attention to your industry, that's literally more than 90% of people do. And when a recruiter is deciding between two candidates with similar experience, guess who they pick? The one who looks like they're already thinking about the future. The same reframing strategy becomes even more powerful when you get to the interview stage. When AI tools like HireVue analyze your video answers, they're looking for clarity, confidence, and evidence of transformation. But here's the deeper truth. Humans reviewing your answers want to hear stories of growth. Not buzzwords, not corporate speak, real stories. Here's an example. Weak answer: I led a marketing campaign. Strong reframed answer: our campaign was underperforming, so I introduced predictive analytics to identify the best audience segments. Engagement doubled within 3 weeks, and we cut ad costs by 30%. That taught me that data-driven creativity outperforms guesswork every time. Notice how the second one is both specific and transformative. You're not just saying what you did, you're showing the problem, the shift you made, and the result. Here's a recruiter's secret. Candidates who use numbers in their career stories are 58% more likely to move forward in the hiring process. Why? Because numbers transform vague claims into proof. I improved engagement? Sounds nice. I doubled engagement in 3 weeks? Sounds like someone who gets results. And in interviews, especially video interviews analyzed by AI, specificity is everything. But before we go any further, I want to address something deeper that holds most people back. Because reframing isn't just about language, it's about mindset. And honestly, this is where a lot of people get stuck. Ask yourself these questions. Do I see myself as stuck in old roles? Or as someone who evolves with the industry? Do I wait for change to happen to me? Or do I lead it? Do I tell a story of survival or a story of transformation? Here's the secret. AI isn't asking you to be perfect. It's asking you to be adaptable. And when you reframe your story as one of adaptability, you show recruiters you're already future-proof. This mindset shift is huge because the second you stop seeing yourself as just someone who did their job and start seeing yourself as someone who made things better than they were before, that's when your whole story changes. And that confidence, teasing chuckle, it shows up in your resume, your LinkedIn, your interviews, everywhere. And here's something most job seekers never think to use that can make this whole process way easier. We've talked about ATS systems that scan your resume. We've talked about HireVue analyzing your video answers. We've talked about LinkedIn and Textio optimizing your language. But here's a tool most job seekers never use: AI as a story coach. I'm serious. You can literally paste your job description and your resume into ChatGPT, Claude, or Google Bard, and then say, reframe my experience into a career story that highlights transformation using the challenge, shift, result format. AI will hand you draft stories you can then refine with your voice. It's like having a storytelling coach available 24/7 for free. Let me break down how to actually do this because it's a game changer. Step 1, copy a bullet point from your current resume. Step 2, open ChatGPT, Claude, or Google Bard. Step 3, paste it in and say something like, I currently have this on my resume: managed social media accounts. Rewrite this as a transformation story showing the challenge I faced, the shift I made, and the result I achieved. Make it specific and include a metric if possible. Buzz. Step 4. Review what it gives you, add your actual numbers and details, and make it sound like you. Boo! You just upgraded your resume in 5 minutes. And you can do this for every single bullet point. You can also use tools like Textio to analyze the language in your resume and LinkedIn. Textio shows you which phrases are engaging versus which ones are boring and overdone. It'll tell you if you're using too much passive language or if your tone sounds confident. These tools aren't replacing your brain. They're making your story sharper. And the best part, most of them are free or have free versions. So if you're not using AI to help you get hired in the AI era, you're literally leaving the easiest advantage on the table. So here's what I want you to do this week. This isn't optional if you actually want to see results. First, reframe one resume bullet into a story. Use the challenge, shift, result framework. Pick the bullet point you're most proud of and make it sound like the transformation it actually was. Second, rewrite your LinkedIn headline to include future-ready language. Don't just list your job title. Show what makes you different. Third, prepare one impact statement to use in interviews. This should be a 30-second story that proves you don't just do tasks, you solve problems and create measurable results. Do those three things, and you'll already stand out above 90% of candidates who are still stuck listing duties instead of telling stories. Because in the AI era, resumes don't just get read, they get interpreted. And if you control the story, you control the outcome. So let's recap everything we just covered. The key to thriving in the AI era isn't more degrees, more jobs, or more hustle. It's reframing your story so recruiters see you not as a candidate, but as the transformation their company needs. Use the challenge, shift, result framework everywhere. Your resume, your LinkedIn, your interviews. Swap responsibilities for results. Use transformation verbs. Integrate AI tools naturally. Show adaptability, not just expertise. Use AI as your career coach. ChatGPT, Claude, Google Bard, Textio, these tools are free and they work. And most importantly, change your mindset from I did my job to I made things better. That's the strategy. That's the power move. And that's how you rise above the noise, stand out above the rest, and land your dream job in the AI era. Give this video a thumbs up if it gave you clarity. Pause. Subscribe for weekly strategies to stay future ready. And share this with a friend who needs to reframe their career story right now. Drop a comment if you want me to review your LinkedIn headline or if you've got questions about reframing your resume. Don't miss tomorrow's episode. Feature Friday, the AI-powered job titles that are creating new careers. You won't want to miss it. I'll see you tomorrow.